In this section, we're gonna talk about the AMEM course number 1060, which is metallic structures. And first, I'm gonna show you two of our practical assignment. Yeah, this is the first one. Metallic. It's aluminum alloy. There's a universal head on this line. This is the countersunk on this line. And here's another practical assignment in this section. This is a panel and screw down. You can take the screw off and take the panel off. Elimination aircraft surface or skin to make a panel on it, and it used the countersunk rivet and universal head rivet too. Yep. That's for the practical part. And in the theory part, I also made a list of the theory what we learned here, some keywords here. And in the theory part, we learn firstly the metallic aircraft construction, and in section B we learned sheet metal tools and fasteners, and in section C we learned sheet metal fabrication. Yep. And the last section we learned the inspection and repair of the metallic aircraft structure. So we're gonna talk it in some details what we learned in this whole course, metallic structure. First one, we learned the monocoque and semi-monocoque structure difference. Monocoque without stringers, semi-monocoque with stringers. And next we learned the longerons is weighted using water lines, and we learned formers, and it is measured by stations, strainers, and water used using water lines to or station to locate it. And we learned some definition of tension, compression, torsion. Next, we also learn some shear loads, and just make sure that double shear rivet is 2 times stronger than the single shear rivet. And next we learn bearing strengths, and also the rivet. Well, we always shear strength be slightly less than bearing strength, so that the rivet will shear rather than pull through the metal. That's a key point. And we also learn some different aluminum alloy type and the series number from 1 to 7. And for first 1 series is aluminum, 99% pure aluminum, and the number 2 series with the copper, number 3 with manganese, number 4 and 5 with silicon and magnesium, number 6 with magnesium and silicon, and number 7 with zinc aluminum. With zinc has a very good strength. And next we learned some different type of heat treatment, like solution heat treatment, and the natural aging, artificial aging, or precipitating heat treatment, annealing to make the metal softer, to make it workable, and strain hardening. And we learned some, except the aluminum alloy, we also learned some magnesium alloy. It's susceptible to corrosion and tends to crack. And we also learned some surface treat to prevent corrosion and form hot to prevent cracks. And we also learned some stainless steel alloy too, and titanium and alloys. And also we learned the honeycomb panel. It's used for structural material because they're high strength and lightweight and stiffness. Also, we learned the galvanic corrosion. Actually, we learned that before in the previous course. Corrosion. The galvanic corrosion reduced by cadmium plating both aluminum washers is just a dissimilar metal. As long as it's dissimilar metal, there's gonna be galvanic corrosion. And next we learned the pure aluminum coating, which is 5% on each side of the aluminum alloy. And next we learned the oxide fuel, electrolyte mechanical action, organic finish, paint, washer primer, epoxy primer. Yep, that's for the first part. And in second part, we learned the sheet metal tools and fasteners. Just when you work on the sheet metal, just watch out the structural repair manual, and when you use the ruler, just make sure that not measure from the very end of the steel keel, and use the divider. We can use the divider to transfer the measurement to sheet metal, and we use pens, and do not use pens to draw on the metal because it will cause stretches. Just use the soft wax coral, ultra fine point fitting pens is best. And we also use some different kind of tools: punch, automatic center punch, pin punch, nibbler, and also the most important part of the metallic structure, deburr. That's Daryl's words, always deburring. Remove sharp edge after drilling or cutting, and to prevent burrs from holding metal apart. And we also learned the size of the drill and the diameter in numbers, fraction, letter, and decimal. And next we learn some different types of the rivet, and from AN47 to some like universal head rivet, standard flush, aluminum alloy, and icebox rivet, field rivet, blind rivet, cherry rivet, high locks, cherry locks, and different kinds of the fasteners. And also we learn some key points how to work on the metallic alloy or structure. And the last but not the least, we learned the criteria of a repair: must allow all of the stress to enter, must sustain this stress, and must then allow them to return into the structure, increasing the cross section of a repair, and alternation, any change in the configuration of design of an aircraft. A repair is operation restores an atom to condition of practical operation to original condition. And that's it for this section of mathematical structure.